Do you ever struggle to find ways to make dull content interesting? You're looking for ways to bring your content to life? In this video, I'm going to share some examples of how you can bring in an emotional component. You can bring in a pedagogical agent or a little character on the side that has sort of a story that adds context to what we're talking about. I'm going to share an example that I made for a hospital client. This is a screenings for victims of abuse, so unfortunately it's kind of a dark topic, but I wanted to use that on purpose because there's a strong emotional component to how we learn, and we're going to remember emotional events better than we will something that's devoid of emotion, that the brain signals, hey, this is important, I need to hold on to this. Don't believe me? Think about emotional components, 9/11 being a good example, or if you're a little bit older, or the space shuttle disaster, or maybe even when Britney Spears shaved her head. Any of these emotions, you're probably going to remember where you were, who you were talking with, and a lot of those things because of such a strong emotional component. Now, this topic does deal with elder abuse and screening for victims of abuse and neglect. It's a little bit darker than I like to start with my videos, but I wanted to use that just sort of as an extreme example. So here we are. We have a script with bullets. I've edited that out, and I'm just going to scrub through and show you we've got this character that pops up. This is going to make it a little bit more personal. He says, it's my fault. Are you alert for it? Showing that you have a role. We have the same person here. We're going through and we're talking about these, but don't be afraid to bring in more than one character. So we have somebody here who is confrontational, and you get to sort of meet the abuser as well. So you can show the story, really paint the picture of what we're going to have. These slides on their own don't have the same context. We don't feel like we're really talking with someone here who's clearly in trouble. I'll show you one more. This one's about elder abuse and neglect. So I have a character for a doctor that's asking the different questions that we're going to do. And we have someone, you feel sympathy for this person. You want to make sure that you are able to protect them. So here we have another look. Don't be afraid to put your characters in context. So typically, if something like this is going to happen in a hospital room, so here we have, she wants to be left alone. Why can't anyone do that? She's frustrated. So our brains are going to process the characters and their faces. Again, another character coming in and talking about it. So as you look for ways to make your content interesting and memorable, don't be afraid to use characters. Don't be afraid to stir up emotions. It doesn't have to be a gut-wrenching kind of emotion, but it does make an impact. So with that, have a great week. Thank you.